This is awkward. Not this again. This hallway is so long. I'll just look at my phone for a little bit. Don't make eye contact yet. Dang it, way too soon. Look away, look away. Do I say something? Do I just nod? She looks nice. I'll say hey. This feels like a good distance.
Hey, how are you? I hate going through those awkward situations in Byram every day. I totally expect her to say hey back, but she completely ignored me. Have you ever thought about why people are rude like that sometimes? Expectancy violation theory could tell us a lot about that.
Dr. Judy Burgoon, currently a professor at the University of Arizona, first started developing this theory in the late 1970s, originally focusing it solely on nonverbal signals. She was interested in exploring how individuals respond to unexpected behaviors while interacting with each other. Then, as she refined it through the 1980s and 1990s, she expanded it into a communication theory that explored behavioral expectations beyond just nonverbal signals. Before Burgoon began developing her theory, however, Illinois Institute of Technology anthropologist Edward Hall had similar ideas about personal space. In his study of proxemics, he came up with 4 proxemic zones: intimate, personal, social, and public distance. He believed that it is important to conform to other people's personal space expectations and not cross the boundaries uninvited. However, Burgoon argued in her new theory that sometimes it may be a more beneficial or superior strategy to actually violate social norms or personal expectations. Thus, according to Burgoon, people expect or predict a particular behavior while interacting with each other, and any violation of these expectations could be perceived positively rather than negatively. So, let's take a look at a real-life example to explore the 3 main components of Burgoon's expectancy violation theory: expectancies, violation valence, and communicator reward valence. Here we have Lauren and Jake doing a study session together for their communication theory class. They both have certain expectancies according to the social context, type of relationship, and characteristics of each other. Basically, this means they are both predicting what will occur in this situation in their heads. Here, while Lauren thinks they're just good friends, Jake senses an opportunity. What would happen if Jake tries to make a move?
Whoa, that's weird.
Ooh, tough one. Clearly, Lauren's expectation was for Jake to keep an acceptable distance. However, Jake violated this expectation, and Lauren had a negative violation valence assigned to this action. That is, she found the violation to be distressing and off-putting. Now let's see what happens if the context changes to Lauren and Jake being in a long-term romantic relationship. When Jake makes a move now, Lauren has a different communicator reward valence than before. Lauren now sees Jake as someone who brings romantic intimacy, and thus it is okay for him to make this physical advance during a study session. While Lauren usually has a negative violation valence assigned to this action, it also depends on who is doing the action. As we can see in Bhavan's study, if Lauren had rejected Jake while they were in a serious relationship, this would have been a hugely negative violation from Jake's point of view.
So we just showed you one example of expectancy violation theory, but researchers have been applying this theory to many different situations. For example, Millerot and Kelly found that participants in their study had different expectations on the use of smartphones depending on their social situation. Additionally, another study by Fife, Nelson, and Zhang explored expectancy violations on Facebook, revealing that some violations by more positively perceived individuals were rated more positively. In the end, this theory aims to describe and explain why people react the way they do when a certain expectation is violated. Understanding this theory will help you build relationships and navigate future interactions, like those really awkwardly long Byram hallways.